Welcome back to Daily Discussion. So the next thing I want to talk about, it's supposed to be motivational thing that I just don't really like, and I think it's the wrong example, is that you need to outwork everybody. And usually this is in the reference to be the first one in, last one out, or you have to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get some kind of a workout in before everybody else gets up, and I outworked you before you even woke up, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's a problem with that. Well, eventually you get to a point where you're competing with somebody else that they're doing the same thing, and then you just don't end up sleeping, which means you're not recovering, which means you're not getting better in the long run. You're going to break down significantly faster and have a lot more injuries and then not be able to do anything that you want to do anyway. If it's in terms of being at work, you'll eventually break down. You'll have a mental breakdown. You'll have physical ailments come out. You maybe have some addictions that come up. All kinds of things that really come as a negative of doing that. Now, here's why I say that it's not needed. There's some anecdote out there that I've heard before that guys like Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez, who were Hall of Fame players, or would have been if they weren't, Alex Rodriguez got caught up in that drug scandal, the doping scandal, they were not the first ones in, last one out. They came in, they did their work, and they went home. They separated the work from what they were doing everywhere else. The guy, Roger Bannister, who was the first guy to break the 4-minute mile, he only ran or did his workout for 45 minutes a day because he was in the middle of a doctoral program, becoming a doctor. So he wasn't the first one in, last one out. Yet he was still the first one to break that 4-minute mile. Why is that? Well, that's because when those guys went in to go do their work, they knew exactly what they needed to work on and in how many repetitions and in what way. They didn't waste time doing a bunch of other crap just trying to get random reps in that weren't the most efficient and proficient reps they could get. Now, this also goes for work. If you're trying to go in there and you're mentally exhausted, but you're trying to do something that's a thinking problem, well, guess what? You're not doing your best thinking. You're probably making yourself worse, you're making the problem worse, and you're also not solving it. So what you would be better suited to do is come in with a dedicated set of time and programming that you can then get to work and get it done properly in a determined amount of time without having to overwork and then becoming burnt out in the long run. So let me know if that resonates with you, or if this helps kind of maybe have you rethink the way you're doing something.